Good evening, everyone watching in the Rokani Media Football. This is the Football News Show, and we're here to reveal you how Alexander Isak changed the transfer plan of Arsenal this summer transfer window. And we are going to be talking about Gundogan and Adam Lallana into the mix. Much like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and I hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. And guys, continue to obviously make it a point that you watch in this beautiful channel that brings you all the latest news and information about your faves that really do the game of football and your favorite teams. The Euro started yesterday, and German commenced with a big bang of 5-1 over the side of Scotland, and they are really topping that group with a lot of ease. Now, we thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. Let's obviously start it off with this story coming in through from Team News and Takes. This guy is what we call the fly in the wall at Arsenal. I've gone ahead to explain you a lot about him, and I'm even fed up of really explaining to you who this guy is. This guy is really one of the best people at Arsenal that has gone ahead to obviously get us that news. He has told us that I don't think Arsenal will sign a number 9. When I was given our list of targets at the start of the year, the only number 9 was Isak, and that was seen as very unlikely, and also noted that he could play wide. Now, I understand his frustration, right? But a competent team like Arsenal, one, cannot come out and obviously release a list of people they like where they're only looking at one player. That is it. Even last season, when they're looking in for Declan Rice, they had Zubimendi on the list, they had Fofana on the list, and they also had Moise Caicedo. And why did they go ahead and obviously get out of the race for Caicedo and very many others? It was because they had gotten green light from Declan Rice that I'm not going to sign for any other team. Though teams like Man United, Man City were showing huge interest in signing Declan Rice, Declan Rice was like, I'm going to play for you. So he gave them the assurance, and we saw that post that Fabrizio Romano put up. Arsenal pull out of the Moise Caicedo deal. You understand? Every time you hear Arsenal going in for a person in a particular position, you see to it that there are very many other players that really come along with that. Now, Arsenal needing to obviously play or needing to sign a center forward, we've gone ahead to see very many options. Look at the right wing: Nico Williams, Pedro Neto, Olise, is it called Tsankagaev, that guy that plays for Ukraine, and there is another guy that has gone ahead to be added onto the list. So Arsenal has a list of 5. If you watched the All or Nothing documentary, you saw it very well when Ed was explaining it to us that Arsenal, the least they can do if at all they need a player is to really list 3 players, such that if they hit the first miss, they make sure the second one is not a miss. That is it. Though in the recent past, Arsenal hasn't gone ahead to miss out on its players or on its priority targets. They've gone ahead obviously get almost their priority targets. So that is Arsenal for you. When you look at the midfield, you see to it that they're looking in for Bruno Guimaraes, there is Douglas Luiz, there is Fofana, there is Zubimendi, there is Onana, meaning that they have a very huge list of players, such that if they miss out on one, they can go in for the second one. That is it. And for the side of Isak, why I really think that Team Tix is really over-exaggerating this, it's not that Arsenal was only looking at Isak. Because if Arsenal was only looking at Isak, why would they go in for Benjamin Šeško? You get? Because the proposal was onto the table. And I tell you, Arsenal is going to sign a number 9. Roy Pala, who was really having a conversation about let me check whether I can really get you that post. Roy Pala was explaining to us the conversation he had with the Arsenal. The guy is called the Arsenal sporting director. That is none other than Edu, and he told us that Edu told him that they are going to go in. They are going all in for what we call a center forward, and they need a number 9. That is it. So if you tell me that Arsenal might not sign a number 9 because you only saw one person on the list and that person cannot be gotten, that's a lie. So I don't really agree with him this time round. You get? I don't really agree with him. I believe Isak was in the list, but he wasn't the only person onto the list. The list comprised of very many other people in the mix, and they are still coming up. So that's why Arsenal is now linked to very many other people, and we see to it that Jokaris is back in the news. He's called. He's not Zikazi, Zakzi. He's called Zakzi. He's back in the news, and we are here to wait and see how things really pan out into the mix. And Roy Pala talked to Edu, and he told him that they must get in a number 9. So one priority target like Isak failing doesn't really mean that Arsenal is not going to sign a number 9. I will only agree with him on one principle about Isak being the priority. That is it. But if at all the priority fails, that won't really call out to it that Arsenal doesn't get in the best they deserve as a side. So that is it. Coming in through from Team Tix via the guy is called Charles Watts, the Arsenal correspondent for Goal, right? Has a YouTube channel, and they're always there to discuss this stuff. But I won't downplay the efforts of the guy. He's really very close, and he's not lying that they gave him a list of those players and Isak was really there, but that doesn't mean that was the full list. Arsenal keep scouting very many players, and you know these football teams, they scout close to 30-50 players. Like if I thought they want a central defender, they would have gone ahead to scout like 50 defenders throughout the world. They'll scout in Brazil, they'll scout in Asia, they'll scout in Europe, they'll scout in Africa, they'll scout in America, and in every league they might be scouting close to 3 or 4, 5 players, and that's what takes that number to that level in there for you. So that is Alexander Isak and how he affected the Arsenal transfer because Arsenal was like, we can get him on a cheap, and Newcastle said we want close to 130 to 160, 70 million pounds, and Arsenal was like, we can't go in for you. And for Isak, they went ahead to miss out. Now, having gone ahead to leave the side of Brighton, that is the man known as Adam Lallana. He has gone ahead to sign in as a new Southampton player on a free transfer. He's back on a 1-year deal. Lallana was a Southampton player. We all know that's where Liverpool went ahead to sign him from and really sign him there. Liverpool, I think his contract came to an end, and he had some team he played in for, and then he went ahead to play for the side of Brighton. And now, after his contract was really unrenewable about Brighton, he has gone ahead to play or to get a vacancy in a new team that is going to be playing into the Premier League known as Southampton, and he'll be like playing at home. And obviously he's like a legend there because he's one of those that went ahead to bring them a lot of money when he made his transfer from Liverpool, from Southampton to Liverpool. And his transfer fee from Southampton, right, to Liverpool. How much did they pay? So he made his transfer from Liverpool to Southampton for 31 million euros, right? That's the amount of money, and that was That was when, you know, some years back. So it shows you that it was really a very expensive transfer that was made by Liverpool, obviously getting Adam Lallana. And I know it never really worked on as supposedly, but you know the English tax that you're supposed to pay, right? So that is it for Adam Lallana, and let's go to Isak Gundogan, the captain of Germany. Sorry about that. After playing and beating Scotland, he has come out and explained what really went ahead to give them a go in beating this side of Scotland. He says, "We played with high intensity. From the start, we played in right spaces. We took a bit of a risk, but we are also conscious, and we did it very well. That's why the 3-0 lead at halftime was deserved. I had a good feeling before the game, and that turned out to be true. The start was the one we wanted." Obviously, if you are the side of Germany, that's the start you'll obviously want, because in the previous 3 national team tournaments, they haven't gone ahead to start well, and what they needed was to break that jinx, you know, and they've been at home. They've gone ahead to break that jinx, and it looks like the manager has a proper shape for his side. You understand? He has a proper shape for his side of Germany, and how he wants it to look. That is Nagelsmann. I went ahead to put in a very big performance, and the intensity was really huge. You know, the intensity was high. They ran a lot, and I think their game is going to be a high intensity game. They press you, they fight for other secondary balls, and they have players that are really good on the ball. Kai Havertz is good, Vats is good, Musiala is good, you know, Isak Gundogan is good. So that front 4 is really going to cause very many problems to very many teams, because they can really do magic even when they're alone. You know, you get them a ball, they can improvise and really produce a moment of magic. That's what is going to make Germany deadly in this tournament that they've gone ahead to host, and that game of football is at the Allianz Arena. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below on whether you agree with team news and takes about how Isak went ahead to obviously change the transfer plan of Arsenal, and Adam Lallana, do you think is really going to help Southampton stay in the league? Because when they came, they had to be relegated, and this time round, they're having what we call Adam Lallana into the mix. May the living God bless you abundantly. Rokani remains my name. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in on a daily. I sign out for now. See you later. Bye-bye and good evening. Hungary 1, Switzerland 2. Some 3 minutes left for the game to end, and I'm going to be posting in the community of this YouTube channel the final result of the game. Bye-bye.